Hello and welcome folks to the Genesis team, and today we're going to be discussing carbon dating and proving how the Earth is not millions of years old based on carbon-14. Now what is carbon-14 and what is carbon-14 dating? Well, carbon-14 actually forms in the upper atmosphere when cosmic rays strike the upper atmosphere, and it puts a neutron and it takes a proton out of nitrogen and it turns it into carbon-14. Pretty simple. And guess what? Carbon-14 only lasts 60,000 years. And it has a half-life of 5,730 years. What is a half-life? Well, a half-life is the amount of time that it takes for half of an element to decay. It goes from a half to a fourth to an eighth to a 16th to really not much or just immeasurable. Okay? And so if we find carbon-14 in diamonds or coal or fossils or dinosaurs, we know none of those things are millions of years old or billions of years old, because they have carbon-14 in them. Well, let's actually study the evidence. Well, it turns out in the 90s, a group of researchers called the RATE team with, Andrew Snelling, Russell Humphreys, a whole bunch of genius scientists, they took 10 diamond samples, and all 10 diamond samples had carbon-14 in them. And that's very interesting, proving that the diamonds are not millions of years old. We also have carbon-14 in coal. In 2003, a group of researchers performed an unusual test on coal samples obtained from Pennsylvania State University. And all 10 coal samples contained carbon-14 in similar amounts. It's very interesting. That also proves that they're not millions of years old. And you see, of course, if we have coal that is not millions of years old in a rock, well, we know that the rock is also not millions of years old. That's just science and logic, okay? And so, coal formed in the Carboniferous period, supposedly 50 million years ago. Yeah, that's just what they say. The evolutionists say. And the atheists say. And that's what they say. And it's false. And we have coal and diamonds. And we also have a whole bunch of fossils in so many layers. Pretty much every layer of the geologic column. There's at least 1 or 2 fossils have carbon-14 in them. And a lot of fossils have it. And we find it in pretty much every layer of the geologic column. Hold on, that makes no sense if the Earth is billions of years old. But it makes perfect sense if the Earth is only thousands of years old. And we also find carbon-14 in dinosaur bones. That's very, very interesting. Because Mary Spicer in 2003, she was astonished to find actually blood tissue in dinosaur bones. And here's what we have. We actually have carbon-14 in blood tissue in dinosaur bones that haven't fossilized yet. It's not millions of years old. And if you're going to say it's millions of years old, you need to go back to maybe kindergarten science class. So you go, okay kids, sitting around, today we're going to learn about dinosaurs. That's where you need to go. And that will really conclude our presentation for today. I hope you learned a lot about carbon-14.